2 days prior, 2 nights prior, um, I had the most ghastly dream I've ever had, and I've ever heard of, actually. But I was seized with this fear that I actually had not survived, that I'd actually died, and that what I was experiencing, which I thought was my life resuming. I came back from the hospital, that it was all now a dying hallucination, and that I was actually a ghost. I wasn't really there. 2 days prior, 2 nights prior, um, I had the most ghastly dream I've ever had, and I've ever heard of, actually. And in my dream, I was floating above my family, my wife and my two little girls, and they were crying, and I was waving to them, waving my arms and shouting to them, and they couldn't hear me, they couldn't see me. And I was made to understand that I had died. I was now dead. There was no going back. And that's just how it was. And then 36 hours later, I was actively dying. In mid-sentence, I felt a pain in my abdomen, not a sniper's bullet, but the body's equivalent of a sniper's bullet. And so when I finally got home, I suddenly had this idea. So my fear was that it wasn't a dream. That was me actually dying in my sleep. And that everything that followed was a dying hallucination, including going to the hospital, including coming back from the hospital, including this moment right now where I'm holding my daughter on my lap and I'm watching the branches wave in the wind. And I'm in this reality, and I think I survived. And it may be sort of, well, A, it may be completely crazy, but B, it made me desperate to figure out how to go to that other reality to tell my family it's okay. Like, there's somewhere else where we're still all together, right? Like, and I know I sound like a crazy man saying this stuff, right? Nothing compared to the trauma of this for me. Nothing. This eclipsed anything I'd had on the battlefield.